one and all. Okay, now I will show you how to create a data set by using an RStudio. And here I'm going to explain how we can able to create a data set that we took in the first video. Have you remembered data set that we took in order to understand supervised learning and unsupervised learning called ACTUS data set? And before going to the statement of the program, I will just brief it out the working space or the RStudio environment. See, whenever you launch an RStudio, you will get four spaces like this. So this part of the RStudio is the part where you can get can see or you can view the variables that has been created in the current working directory. And this is the files tab in this part of the window will show you the files present in the current working directory, and plots where you can view the plots, and in the packages tab we can get the details of the packages that has been already been installed in the RStudio along with the version information, and you can update the packages here itself, or and if you need a new package or the package which is not been installed in your RStudio, then you can click on install here, or you can go to tools and you can click on install packages here. And if you need any if you want to access any topic or documentation generally, then you can use a search box here and you will get information, or you can access our documentation in the help tab. And this part of the RStudio is called as in console part, where you can execute the commands, simple commands, like for example, if you want to know the result of 2 plus 3, can execute like this. Or if you want to know the working directory, current working directory of the tool, then you can use a function called get working directory. Then you can this is what it is showing. This is the current working directory, and if you want to set the working directory to a different directory, then you need to pass the argument. You need to pass the argument either in the single quote or in the double quote. See, as I said, if you don't fail to miss and pass an argument, then it will throw an error. Suppose if you want to set the working directory to some other directory, for example, which is present in the D drive, then you have to specify the complete path like this, as I said, either in the single quote or in the double quote. So, and if you want to access, for example, assume you don't know how to use set working directory, and if you want to see an example of how to use set working directory, then just start that keyword or function name with a question mark, then press enter. So you can see a documentation of the function that you want to get the details. For example, set working directory in this case, and as I said, it will take one argument where you need to pass the complete path of the directory. And for example, if you see, you will also get one simple example usage of get working directory or set working directory. So similarly like this, if you want to access any manual or a help regarding any function, just you need to start with a question mark, but you no need to remember, you no need to specify the parenthesis. You don't specify the parenthesis, just question mark followed by the name of the function. Okay, so this is about the console, and we call this is an editor where you can type the R code. See, C is, for example, C is a function in the R. Whenever you want to create a vector by using a collections of values, you can use a C vector. Suppose, as I said, if you want to know about the C vector, how to use, just question mark and C, and here it will display about the details about the C function example. And remember, wherever you see these three dots as an argument list in the function name, it means you can pass a variable number of arguments to that function. For example, I can see here I'm passing 6 values here. Even if, I can pass 7, or I can pass 5 depending on the requirement. This is the meaning of these three dots in the argument list of a function. And example, as I said, if you need an example, you can see an example here. See, the first statement here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a vector called actor name. Just select the statement that you want to run and click on the run option. See, you can see here a variable has been created in our working space called actor name. And if you want to view the name, a class, to which class that actor name belongs to, just use a function called class and pass actor name as an argument, and it will show you, oh, it is a list of the character vector. It is a character vector. Similarly, if you want to create another vector, you can use C function here, and this is the name for the vector called actor age. See, in the first statement, I'm creating 6 actor names vector, and here I'm trying to create the corresponding age vector of the actors, and now I'm trying to create the role played by the individual or the corresponding 6 actors, and here I'm assigning the gender of the 6 actors. Okay, after this, if you are interested in knowing the content of either actor name or actor age, just specify the name here. Here in this case, I'm trying to view the details of actor name. Just select here. See here in the console part, you will get the values of this actor name variable, and this is very interesting function called data frame. So this is what you have to do in almost all the to build any models. First, prepare the data in the form of a matrix or in the form of a data frame. See here, I am creating a data frame by using a function called data frame, and these are nothing but the arguments. Okay, and the result or the resultant frame will be stored in a name called actors. So now select that and click on run button. A data frame has been created called actors. So this is our data set. Can you see here? This is our actors data set. If you want to view that content of the data set, just click it here. Now this is the data set. As I said, the 6 observation we are dealing with. This is one feature. This is one more feature, one more feature, one more feature. And if you want to get an high level details by using the functions present in the RStudio. For example, if you want to know how many number of observations are present in the data set and how many features are present in the data set. Remember, features are nothing but columns in the data set, observations are nothing but rows. Okay, and this whenever you start a statement with an hash, remember that will become a comment line in R programming. So select, and the dim is a function which will show dimension of a frame. See here, it is saying that it is nothing but 6 by 4, means 6 observations and 4 features. And if you want to get few more details about the data set, then use a function called str, which stands for structured overview. See, interesting. Yes, it is also showing that there are 6 observation and 4 features or variables. And interesting, it will tell you what is the first data type or the first feature data type. Here the first feature is actor name, whose data type is character. Second feature is actor age, whose data type is number, then character, and so on. And this will also, along with that, it will also list few values of the corresponding features. And if you want to get a distributed measures, for example, how actually the values in each feature has been distributed, then you can use a function called summary. So interesting, see here. Now it is now from with the help of this we can able to see how actually data has been distributed in each feature. For example, in case of name feature, since it is character array, there distribution will not come into picture here. Again, role not come into picture. Again, gender will not come into picture. But interesting, since age is a numerical value, and you can see we have assigned the values like 75, 70, 72, 60, 55. See, it is showing that what is the minimum value of the age in the present in the data set, what is the maximum value, what is the mean value. So this kind of information that you can get very easily by using a function called summary using R. So this is how we can able to get an high level statistics of the data set that you are dealing with. And this is what I plan to explain using this video. In coming class, I will explain you how we can able to build one model practically by using RStudio. Thank you.